My friends, today I come before you with a message that has the power to transform your life. Not just for a moment, not just for a season, but forever. If you listen with an open heart, if you take these words and live them out, you will never be the same again. Life is fleeting, the days pass like a vapor. Many wake up each morning feeling empty, searching for meaning, weighed down by fear, regret, and the burdens of this world. But today I want to tell you there is hope. There is a way to live in peace, with purpose, and with power beyond what this world can offer. What you think shapes your life. Your mind is a battlefield, a place where victories are won and losses begin. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every step toward success first takes place in the mind. But too often people allow negative thoughts to take root, to grow like weeds, choking out their potential. Thoughts of doubt, of fear, of insecurity, thoughts that whisper, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, you're too late. And if those thoughts are left unchallenged, they will shape your reality, because whatever you believe about yourself, whatever you consistently meditate on, eventually becomes the words you live in. Your words hold power. The words you speak are not just sounds that disappear into the air. They carry weight, they create, they define the atmosphere around you. Have you ever noticed how a single sentence can change the mood of an entire room? A harsh word can tear someone down in seconds, while a word of encouragement can lift them up for a lifetime. What you speak over your own life is just as powerful. Too many people speak defeat over themselves, saying, I can't, it's impossible, I'm not talented enough, I always fail. And then they wonder why their lives reflect those very things. Your words are like seeds planted in the soil of your future. Speak doubt, and you will reap limitation. Speak fear, and you will live in hesitation. But speak life, and you will walk in victory. Every day when you wake up, you have a choice. You can choose to dwell on every problem, every struggle, every uncertainty, or you can choose to fix your mind on possibilities, solutions, and the purpose that has been placed inside of you. Your life will always move in the direction of your strongest thoughts. If you believe you are capable, if you believe you are destined for something greater, if you believe that your best days are still ahead of you, then your actions will align with that belief. You will walk with confidence, you will take bold steps, you will refuse to settle for anything less than what you were created for. But the opposite is also true. If you believe you are a failure, if you believe nothing ever works out for you, if you believe that life is against you, then your actions will follow that path as well. You will hesitate, you will shrink back, you will settle for a life that is far below what is possible for you. And it all starts in the mind. This is why you must be intentional. You must guard your thoughts like a fortress. You must refuse to let negativity, fear, and self-doubt take up space in your mind. The key to transformation is found in what you think and what you speak. Do you want to see change in your life? Then start by changing the way you think. Begin to declare victory even before you see it. Speak blessings over yourself. Say, I am strong. I am capable. I am moving forward. I am equipped for every challenge that comes my way. Not just once, not just when you feel like it, every single day, because repetition creates belief, and belief creates reality. It doesn't matter what your past looks like. It doesn't matter how many times you failed, how many setbacks you faced, how many disappointments have come your way. Your future's not defined by where you've been. It is shaped by where you're going and what you choose to believe about yourself today. You must make a decision to speak life, to think higher, to walk in faith instead of fear. You must take authority over your mind, over your words, and over your future. Because when you do, everything begins to shift. The doors that seemed closed will start to open. The mountains that seemed impossible to climb will move. The dreams that once felt out of reach will start to take shape before your eyes. It all starts with what you think and what you say. Every day is a new opportunity, a fresh start, a chance to grow, to learn, to move closer to the person you were meant to be. But too often people wake up carrying the weight of yesterday, holding on to past failures, dwelling on past mistakes, allowing the burdens of the past to dictate their present. They walk through life feeling drained, discouraged, and defeated because they are trying to fight today's battles with yesterday's strength. Just as the body needs food to sustain itself, the mind and spirit need renewal, a daily reset, a conscious decision to let go of what was and step forward into what is possible. You cannot rely on the motivation you felt last week, the inspiration you had last month, or the victories of yesterday to carry you forward. Every morning, you must take time to reset your focus, to realign your mind with the truth, to remind yourself of who you are and what you are capable of. It is easy to wake up and go through the motions, to allow routine to replace purpose, to allow distractions to steal your time and energy. But without intentional renewal, you will find yourself running on empty, feeling lost, uncertain, disconnected from the vision that once burned inside of you. There will be days when you feel strong, when faith comes easily, when motivation is high. But there will also be days when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take hold, when discouragement whispers that it is easier to quit. It is in those moments that daily renewal becomes essential. You cannot wait until you feel inspired to move forward. You cannot wait until you feel strong to keep going. You must choose to renew your spirit even when it feels difficult, even when the path ahead is unclear. Every day is a gift, an opportunity to choose growth over stagnation, faith over fear, action over hesitation. When you wake up in the morning, what you focus on will set the tone for the entire day. You can fill your mind with worry, with complaints, with distractions, or you can fill it with gratitude, with truth, with the mindset that no matter what comes your way, you are prepared, you are capable, you are ready. Renewal is not a one-time event. It is a daily commitment, a choice to strengthen your spirit, to refresh your mind, to step forward with confidence into the life you are meant to live. Fear is a thief that creeps in silently, whispering lies that paralyze, convincing you that you are not strong enough, not capable enough, not worthy enough to step forward into the life that was meant for you. It feeds on uncertainty, magnifies doubts, and keeps you trapped in a cycle of hesitation. Fear will tell you to stay where it is safe, to avoid risks, to settle for less than what you were created for. But faith is the opposite. Faith is the force that moves mountains, the power that defies logic, the confidence that says, even when I can't see the way, I will step forward anyway. Every person faces moments where fear tries to take control. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of the unknown, the fear that you are not enough. These fears disguise themselves as wisdom, convincing you to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect conditions, for absolute certainty before you take action. But faith does not wait for guarantees. Faith moves forward even when the path is unclear. Faith steps out into the unknown, trusting that the way will be made as you walk. The difference between those who fulfill their purpose and those who remain stuck is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. When fear speaks, it reminds you of everything that could go wrong, but faith reminds you of everything that could go right. Fear will tell you that the obstacles ahead are too great, that the challenges are too overwhelming, but faith tells you that you are stronger than you think, that you have been equipped for every battle, that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Fear paralyzes faith and power. Fear shrinks, faith expands. The choice between the two is the choice between a life of limitation and a life of victory. You cannot wait for fear to disappear before you take action. You cannot wait for every question to be answered, every doubt to be erased, every problem to be solved. You must decide that fear will not control your life, that it will not dictate your choices, that it will not hold you back from becoming everything you were meant to be. Faith is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to be ruled by it. Success is not built on luck, talent alone, or moments of inspiration that come and go. It is built on discipline, on the small daily choices that seem insignificant in the moment, but create the foundation for everything you want to achieve. Discipline is what separates those who wish for a better life from those who actually create one. It is waking up and doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results are not immediate, even when no one is watching. The people who accomplish great things are not always the most gifted, the most intelligent, or the ones with the best opportunities. They are the ones who show up every day, who put in the work, who stay consistent, even when progress feels slow. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the commitment to keep moving forward, to stay focused, to not allow distractions, excuses, or setbacks to stop you. It is easy to start something with excitement, to set goals with enthusiasm, but without discipline, that excitement fades, that motivation weakens, and dreams remain dreams instead of becoming reality. There will always be reasons to quit, to delay, to push things off until tomorrow, but discipline says that tomorrow is not guaranteed and the time to act is now. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment will never come. It is about making the decision to do what needs to be done, even when it is difficult, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it would be easier to make excuses. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not the challenges they face, but their ability to push through those challenges with persistence. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades, what keeps you committed when the results are not yet visible, what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is not a one-time effort, but a lifestyle, a daily practice, a decision to take control of your actions, your habits, your future. Every small step, every consistent effort, every moment of pushing forward builds momentum, creates growth, and leads to transformation. The question is not whether you have what it takes to succeed, but whether you are willing to do what it takes. Whether you are willing to stay disciplined, to stay committed, to stay focused on the path ahead. Growth does not happen by accident, and change does not come simply by wishing for it. It requires stepping outside of comfort, facing challenges head on, and embracing the discomfort that comes with stretching beyond what is familiar. Too many people settle for a life far below their potential because they are unwilling to endure the temporary struggle that growth demands. They desire success but avoid the sacrifice, want progress but resist the process, long for change but fear the unknown. Growth is uncomfortable, but stagnation is far more costly. Every time you push beyond what you think you can handle, every time you face a fear instead of running from it, every time you choose to keep going when everything in you wants to quit, you are growing stronger. Growth is not always visible in the moment, not always obvious in the day-to-day, but every small step forward adds up. Every moment of perseverance build something greater within you. When you choose to embrace the struggle instead of avoiding it, when you choose to see obstacles as opportunities rather than roadblocks, you position yourself for transformation. There will be moments when growth feels painful, when it feels like nothing is changing, when it seems easier to go back to what is familiar. Even if that familiar place is not where you are meant to stay, growth demands patience, endurance, and trust that the process is working even when you cannot yet see the results. Too many give up too soon, walking away from their breakthrough just before it arrives, retreating to comfort when they were on the verge of something greater. Growth requires a decision, a commitment to press forward even when it feels slow, even when the reward is not immediate, even when doubt whispers that you are not making progress. You were not created to stay the same, to remain stuck in the same patterns, to live in a cycle of fear and hesitation. You were created to grow, to rise, to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Growth is not always easy, but neither is staying in the same place, looking back with regret, wondering what could have been if you had just kept going. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to rise higher, to step into a life that is bigger than what you thought was possible. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful forces that can transform your life, yet so many hold on to bitterness, resentment, and pain, believing that by refusing to let go, they are somehow protecting themselves from further hurt. But the truth is, unforgiveness does not harm the person who wronged you nearly as much as it harms you. It is like carrying a heavy burden that grows heavier with time, weighing down your spirit, draining your energy, and keeping you locked in a cycle of anger and pain. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer, but in reality, you are only hurting yourself. No one goes through life without being hurt, betrayed, or disappointed by someone. People will say things they shouldn't have said, do things they shouldn't have done, and sometimes the wounds they leave behind feel impossible to heal. But refusing to forgive does not make the pain disappear. It only allows it to take deeper root in your heart, shaping your thoughts, your actions, and your relationships. When you choose to forgive, you are not saying that what happened was right. You are not excusing the hurt, but you are choosing to release the weight of it from your life. You are choosing freedom over bondage, peace over bitterness, healing over resentment. Forgiveness is not always a one-time decision, but a process, a daily choice to let go, to refuse to dwell on the offense, to replace anger with compassion. It is not about forgetting what happened, but about refusing to let it define you, refusing to let it control your emotions, refusing to let it steal your future. When you hold on to past hurts, you give the person who hurt you continued power over your life. But when you forgive, you take that power back. You step into a life of freedom, of peace, of purpose, unburdened by the weight of what has been done to you. There may be people in your life who do not deserve your forgiveness. People who have never apologized, never admitted their wrongs, never changed their ways. But forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. It is the key that unlocks the door to a future unshackled by the past, a future where you are free to move forward, to grow, to heal, to live fully without the chains of resentment holding you back. Your environment shapes you more than you realize, influencing the way you think, the way you speak, the way you see yourself, and the way you approach life. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, the things you consume daily, all leave an imprint on your mind, either lifting you higher or pulling you down. Too often, people stay in environments that drain them, that limit them, that reinforce doubt, fear, and small thinking, never realizing that where they position themselves determines the direction of their lives. You cannot expect to grow if you are surrounded by negativity, by constant criticism, by people who do not believe in you, who do not challenge you to become better. If you spend your time with those who complain, who blame, who never take responsibility for their future, you will find yourself adopting the same mindset. If you listen to voices that tell you your dreams are unrealistic, that you are not capable, that success is for someone else, those words will take root and shape the way you see yourself. But when you choose to align yourself with people who inspire, who encourage, who challenge you to think bigger, to aim higher, to believe in what is possible, you will rise to a new level. Changing your environment is not just about the people you surround yourself with, but also about what you allow into your mind. The books you read, the content you watch, the words you listen to, all play a role in shaping your thoughts and ultimately your reality. If you fill your mind with doubt, with negativity, with constant distractions, you will find it difficult to move forward. But if you fill your mind with wisdom, with encouragement, with knowledge that expands your perspective, you will begin to see new possibilities where before there were only obstacles. You do not have to remain in an environment that limits you. You have the power to choose, to reposition yourself, to create a space where growth is not only possible, but inevitable. The right environment will challenge you, push you, refine you, and prepare you for what is ahead. Every day you have a choice to stay in the same place, surrounded by the same limitations, or to step into an environment that nurtures your growth, fuels your faith, and aligns with the life you were meant to live. Gratitude has the power to transform your perspective, to shift the way you see your life, to open your eyes to the blessings that are already around you. Too often, people focus on what is missing, on what has not yet happened, on the struggles that seem overwhelming, and in doing so, they overlook the good that is already present. They wake up thinking about what they lack instead of what they have, focusing on their problems instead of their possibilities, allowing frustration to take the place of appreciation. But gratitude is not about waiting for everything to be perfect before you give thanks. It is about choosing to see the good even in the middle of difficulty, even choosing to recognize the blessings even when life feels uncertain, choosing to appreciate what you have instead of constantly longing for what is next. When you shift your focus to gratitude, something changes inside you. Worry loses its grip. Frustration begins to fade, and a sense of peace takes its place. Gratitude does not mean that challenges disappear, that struggles no longer exist, that everything suddenly becomes easy, but it does mean that you begin to see those challenges differently. Instead of seeing obstacles as reasons to complain, you start seeing them as opportunities to grow. Instead of focusing on what has gone wrong, you start seeing how far you have come, how much you have overcome, how much strength you have gained along the way. The more you practice gratitude, the more you realize that joy is not found in external circumstances, but in the way you choose to see life. Some of the happiest people are not those who have the most, but those who appreciate what they have. They wake up with a thankful heart. They recognize the little things that so many take for granted. They do not wait for everything to be perfect to find joy. Gratitude is a choice, a habit, a way of living that brings peace in the midst of uncertainty, that turns ordinary moments into blessings, that shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already overflowing in your life. No matter what is happening around you, there is always something to be grateful for. Every breath you take, every opportunity before you, every lesson learned through difficulty is a reason to give thanks. When you choose gratitude, you choose joy, you choose peace, you choose to see life through a lens of abundance rather than lack. Time is the most valuable resource you have, yet too many people waste it without realizing its worth. Every second that passes is a moment you will never get back, a piece of your life that is gone forever. People talk about saving money, about investing wisely, about making good financial decisions, but time is even more precious because it cannot be earned back, it cannot be stored, it cannot be replaced. How you choose to spend your time determines the quality of your life, the impact you make, the legacy you leave behind. Many people live as if they have unlimited time, as if they can afford to waste days, weeks, even years on things that do not matter, on distractions, on regrets, on waiting for the right moment to start living with purpose. They spend their time worrying about the past, procrastinating on their dreams, delaying the decisions that could change their lives. But time does not wait. It moves forward whether you use it wisely or not. The question is not whether time is passing, but whether you are using it to build, to grow, to move closer to the person you were created to be. You cannot control how much time you have, but you can control how you use it. You can choose to fill your days with purpose, to invest your energy into things that matter, to be intentional about where you focus your attention. Every moment spent complaining is a moment lost. Every day wasted in fear is a day you will never get back. Every opportunity ignored is one that may never return. If you are always waiting for the perfect circumstances, for the fear to disappear, for everything to fall into place before you take action, you will look back and realize that time has slipped away while you were waiting. Time is not something to take for granted. It is a gift, a responsibility, a resource that must be used wisely. The dreams in your heart, the goals you have set, the impact you want to make in this world will not happen by accident. They require action. They require urgency. They require a commitment to use each moment with intention. Do not wait for tomorrow to live fully, to step into your purpose, to make the most of the time you have been given, because tomorrow is never promised, but today is in your hands. My friends, life is short. Don't waste another day living in doubt, fear, or regret. Choose today to walk in faith, to live with purpose, to love deeply, and to never give up. Watch this every day. Remind yourself of these truths. Let them sink deep into your heart, and I promise you, if you do this, your life will never be the same again. God bless you, and may you walk in power, purpose, and unshakable faith.